So this TikTok reaction, it looks like, let's see, the caption, the thumbnail, went through hell, studied computer science for 4 years to secure the bag, and now the bag is secure. Let's play the clip. Oh, hey, yo, what's going on? Did I just see twerking in a video? Oh no, come on. I had to be an illusion. Let's play it back. Yo, pause, man. What's going on? This is like demonic energy, man. It's like, why is this happening? Oh my God, good Lord. I'm trying to watch something like securing the bag, and I see twerking in the video. Come on, man. You got to make content that's age appropriate. Leave it for the 18 plus crowd. Leave it for maybe something like outside of computer science, man. Come on. It's like this is the problem with the music we have nowadays. People like Cardi B, people like Meg Thee Stallion, people like City Girls, they think that twerking is an acceptable motion in any situation. No, there's a certain time and place for everything. Come on, man. Come on. Now, I'm just gonna roll the clip as is. Next video, TikTok.
Everybody always assumes that web designers are men. And if they do come across a female web designer, like me, it's often assumed that I don't actually know how to develop anything myself and I just use templates and put pretty colours in. And there's nothing wrong with web designers that do that, but don't assume because I'm a woman that that's definitely what I do and that I don't know how to code or I wouldn't know how to develop a site on my own. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Yeah, she's definitely right. We can't assume that a web designer is going to be a female or male, right? We have to assume that the web designer is probably going to be a human being who's capable of doing X, Y, and Z. In this case, web design. Next up, this is a productive day in the life of a software engineer. Don't quote me on this. This looks like the LinkedIn office. LinkedIn. Let's go.
A productive day in the life of a software engineer.
Jazz hands.
In New York City. I start my mornings with a meditation practice and writing words of affirmation.
Wait, is she writing the same sentence over and over again in each row? What is she supposed to be, like the Bart Simpson who's writing, the same sentence on the chalkboard multiple times a day? Ay caramba.
And gratitude in my journal and doing a bit of plant care. I got ready and filmed some content.
Filming for some content. Oh yeah, TikTok content.
And it looks like today's gonna be a cold day. I had to take a couple meetings at home first, then I had my leftover pasta for lunch. Now we're gonna head to the office, but first we're gonna need some coffee to wake ourselves up.
It's like a whole concoction. Caramel macchiato.
Alright, time to badge in, and this is the office space. I reserved a conference room for a day. I had to get a lot of work done. This is the
Sure you did.
view from the room, and here's me taking a little snack break.
Is that a snack break? That's a whole meal. Look at that. That's like a whole meal. That's like a whole lunchtime. That's a huge sandwich. That's like a large size. We're not talking about the mini size, a large size. That's not a small snack. That's a whole meal. I gotta say, a whole meal.
Then I went to raid the office supplies
Thieves.
before it was time for me to head out. Now I'm going to dance class at my favorite studio, and today we're doing some choreography to Ariana Grande.
Dance Revolution.
Then I headed home and got ready because I'm going out tonight with a couple friends.
She's heading out to the balls to get some drink, sipping on some scissor. Just kidding. She's probably going out at night at the bars, with a couple of friends, maybe gonna have a couple of alcoholic drinks. Good time for a good night. A typical city life for someone who lives in the city, male or female.
I arrived at the jazz bar, and these are my beautiful friends. Also, look how cool this disco
Looks like an upside down sombrero. Don't quote me on this.
ball is. The drinks there were so strong, and
sure
we
they
kept the
were.
night going at other bars. We finally got home at 3 a.m. and it was snowing. All right, good night.
Cool. It's a typical daylight, very bourgeois, if you follow Karl Marx, a communist manifesto. So, pretty cool. It's just a one day in the 365 day of a year of a particular software engineer who happens to live in a very metropolitan city. I want to say New York City, but don't quote me. But before we proceed, let's hit the intermission. This is another day in the life of a software engineer TikTok. Based on the thumbnail, this is probably a Saturday in the day of this software engineer's life. Let's go.
This is a day in the life of a software engineer. I start my day with some finger warm-ups so I can code really fast. Then I get a couple rounds of type racer in, and I don't stop until I hit 150 words per minute, which is usually the first try. Around 9 a.m., it's time for some actual work. And at 1, I take my first Soylent break. And then at 3, I have a small existential crisis about my meaningless life as a cog in a capitalist machine. Then at 6, I close my work code and open my fun code. At 9 p.m., it's time for my Soylent dinner, and then at 11 p.m., it's bedtime, where I usually dream about my test cases passing on the first try.
Oh, that was a cool video of a day in the life of a software engineer for this person. So several notes. There's some things that she kind of gets a little bit wrong. For example, let's say, we go into here where she talks about what?
And then at 3, I have... And at 1, I take my first Soylent break.
Here's the thing. Isn't Soylent like, there's color to it, right? I've never seen a clear Soylent. So she's clearly drinking water. So if you're going to get it right, just get it right. You got to commit to the joke, right? Soylent, what is Soylent, right? It's like in a kind of like in a, in a color, right? There's a color to Soylent, right? You're just clearly drinking water. So, I think there's a lot of capping in this part of the video. Also notice that in later part of the video,
and then at 3, I have...
She has a crisis about her meaningless life as a cog in a capitalist machine. But here's the thing. If you look at her hair, obviously the hair is dyed, right? She had to spend money at the hair salon. Not cheap. You want to dye your hair a certain color, a trendy color, right? You got to pay up that money. And how do you get that money? Through the system of capitalism, right? She works for a capitalist company that earned money. And in exchange for her labor, her work, they gave her money, and she gives the money to, the hair salon to turn her hair. I'm pretty sure her original hair was dark black, and then they gave her this tip pause at the end of her hair. So, these things come with money. These things come with capitalism. So, I get why she may feel there's an existential crisis, but I'm sure that person who's working the hair salon will love to be in your position, right? So it's really, you got to see who has it and who doesn't have it. So, in my opinion, it's really about having, perspective, right? A lot of times we like to think of the things we don't have, but, start appreciating things that you have and, really think about how others are working in this capitalist society. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, put a like and subscribe, put a comment below if you got something to say about it. I'll see y'all next time.